Changi Hospital, located in Singapore, has been the subject of many horror stories over the years. It is said to be one of the most haunted places in the country, with numerous reports of paranormal activity and ghost sightings. The hospital was originally built in 1935 as a British military hospital and was used by the Japanese as a prison camp during World War II. It is believed that the hospital's dark past is responsible for the supernatural occurrences that have been reported there. The hospital has a long and tragic history. During the war, it was used by the Japanese as a prison camp where they tortured and executed many prisoners. The hospital was also used to house prisoners of war who were suffering from diseases such as cholera, dysentery, and malaria. Many of these prisoners died in the hospital and were buried in unmarked graves on the hospital grounds. After the war, the hospital was used by the British military and later by the Singapore government as a general hospital. Despite its new purpose, the hospital's past continued to haunt it. Many patients and staff reported seeing ghostly figures, hearing strange noises, and feeling a sense of unease while in the hospital. One of the most famous ghost stories associated with Changi Hospital is the story of the Lady in White. According to legend, a young woman was admitted to the hospital in the 1950s. She was suffering from tuberculosis and was placed in a ward on the third floor of the hospital. Despite the efforts of the doctors and nurses, she eventually died of the disease. After her death, many patients and staff reported seeing a ghostly figure of a young woman in a white dress wandering the halls of the hospital. Some believe that she is still looking for the cure that eluded her in life. Another ghostly legend associated with Changi Hospital is the story of the headless ghost. According to this tale, a Japanese soldier was beheaded in the hospital during World War II. His headless body was buried in a mass grave on the hospital grounds. Since then, many people have reported seeing a headless ghost wandering the halls of the hospital. There have also been reports of other supernatural occurrences in the hospital. Patients and staff have reported seeing ghostly figures, hearing strange noises, and feeling a sense of unease while in the hospital. Some have even claimed to have been physically touched by unseen forces. Despite the numerous reports of paranormal activity, the Singapore government has never officially recognized the hospital as being haunted. However, many people continue to visit the hospital in search of a paranormal experience. Some even claim to have captured photographic evidence of ghosts while visiting the hospital,